Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. This was our experience at QCon in Belfast over the weekend with the first time we brought Mecha Mayhem out to a big public event like this, and it was so much fun, and thank you so much to everybody who came out. But not only that, we also had another antweight event that was there as well, known as the Hacker Battlebots crew. Here we have the crew of Hackers Battlebots, another antweight live event show over here in Northern Ireland. I was very happy to get the opportunity to fight them with my machines. First up was Full Force versus their machine, Blender, and it was good back and forth. I realised what I did here was I was using a nylon disc just to test out how powerful it could be. You can see here with the metal disc it takes out the side armour of Full Force and it exposes the wire to the lipo, but it's still going strong and it gets some nasty big hits. A big massive hit comes up very closely here, and that was when the big moment, the lipo wire was exposed, and that was it for Full Force. Next up we had Apollo taking on Tank, and it was good back and forth. Now Tank's a lot more heavier than Apollo usually flips antweight, so it had the weight advantage over it, but Apollo's still done pretty good by lifting it up and flipping it about. Now bear in mind, it's been a while since I drove Apollo, and it really shows at this moment because Apollo gets knocked out. Then it was Dragonscale. The last time this version, this little Dragonscale antweight was used was back in Antweight Anarchy, and I had to do a full upgrade, and it got caught on their pit, which they have a timer on their pit, which I was really panicking about, but I managed to get away just in time and get one or two good little flips. You can see I'm really trying my best here to flip Tank, but as I said, big beefy machine. I get another good flip in here with Dragonscale, and then he rams me into the wall, which I thought I got caught but the ram got me there, but because they were very trigger happy they were too hyper focused on Dragonscale, and they ended up doing a spin for victory and putting themselves into their own pit. Which was quite funny to see. So we won that fight, and the next one was Irontail versus their little pushbot, which was quite fun. As I say, it was you could see their pushbot was very more faster than Irontail, which ended up doing them in the end because I went for a ram, missed me, and went into the pit. But this is what happened to Full Force. A lot of damage, and I had to do a big repair job for day 2 at the Comic-Con event. Now the Full Force is fully up and ready to go for its next fight. We brought 3 Stegs to Heaven and Push to Exit with us to give us a bit more of a fighting chance against the Hackerbot guys. So the first fight was Full Force against a tombstone looking machine, and I hit the side wheel and knocked it out, and that was a quick and easy fight for us. The next one was 3 Stegs against Tank, and my god, now as I say, a weight advantage this bigger machine has, and I have a smaller blade, but it was doing so much big hits and damage. I got to the under part, made a big hole in it, but the best moment for me when I put up the blade full speed was this big backflip. It'll come up soon in the battle. You can see under right underneath, and here's the big massive hit. I've never had that happen before where I've actually made a robot go upside down, but this is the end of that. Tank had enough of me, and I went and knocked myself out. So Push to Exit was my redemption to see if I could win against the Blender, who took out Full Force in our first fight in round 1 of the first day. And the front hinge flipper is the first time Push to Exit has been up against the spinner in antweight form, and I managed to flip it upside down, smash it into the wall, flip it over again, and it's struggling to try and hit me again spinning, and unfortunately I push it, boom, and I win. Next one, it's round 2 against Full Force and the Tombstone bot, and it takes the side panel off straight away, which I was panicking about because that's where the lipo was. But it was a good wee bite, as you can see, nice wee jabs back and forth, and I managed to get stuck in the pit here, but I was also kind of panicking here because I'm cannon fodder if I'm stuck there for too long. But I started putting the blade up to full speed. This was crazy. It was backflipped into the air, and nothing was damaged. checking to make sure everything was going great. Put the spinner back up to full speed, going straight in. My whole plan was to try and take out the wheels, and that big hit there was the crippling blow. I actually broke the entire shell of this robot, which was crazy, and then that was the final blow for it. What happened was the entire base panel, and the wheel comes off just when I say this, the base panel came up in the air and the wheel was not actually hitting the ground anymore. I didn't want to go in for another hit because I felt bad, but Grant here was like, I think this is it. Like, I can't move. You won this battle, which was really fun. I'm really proud of Full Force because it was an experimental machine using a nylon disc, and this is a Hardox blade that it's fighting against. But yeah, we both were like, yeah, we think this fight's done, but my god, it was so much fun. So Grant went off and went and repaired it. Then he went up against 3 Stegs. Now, I didn't really think this was going to go too well in my favour because tiny blade against big blade. But it did surprise me that Steg kept on going here. And we get some nice wee hits in. I was trying to go for the wheels, maybe try and do the same thing that Full Force did, but it wasn't really working out. Now that hit did some big damage to my weapon. It actually broke the arm that's holding the weapon in place. The spinner's still working, but it's all slanted. You can see it's wobbling away there, and then that big hit finally did it in. Now the spinner was still going, which I was very proud of, and very shocked at as well. But this is the moment. The big hit takes the entire blade completely off, and the motor is still going, but the whole hub of the motor starts to crack in place. Then he ripped it completely apart. I managed to get a wheel off, so we were like, okay, we're almost winning. But as we say in the rules, if you still got movement, you still continue the fight. Now I got caught on my own blade, but he knocked into me there. So he could have got the win there if he had it backed off, but we wanted to have a good back and forth fight. Now the back panel there got hit. Now where he hit me was where the switch was. If he had hit me in the back again, that would have been it for 3 Stegs. But then he gets caught in the pit, but he still keep on going. This was a really good beat fight. We also noticed that a lot of people were starting to come in and watch this fight because it was just grueling, boom, bang. 1 minute someone's on the good side. Now this is the best part. He managed to knock my blade away, and now there's the hub. The hub goes completely off the motor. That whole motor is completely gone. I told him continue on, let's keep this going till one of us either explodes or stops. Now that hit took the entire back panel off me and my whole switch is exposed, but I just managed to get him caught and then boom, I win. This was such a great wee victory for 3. This is what Full Force and Steg 3 look like after QCon. But I was super proud of both of them, and they got a brand new upgrade, and here is Mark 2 and the new version of Steg 3 ready for QCon next year. And with that, it comes to an end. So it's the day after QCon, and we've just unpacked most of the stuff that we brought, and we're just checking what needs to be repaired and what doesn't need to be repaired. But I have to say, just an absolutely a wonderful experience to show off Mecha Mayhem to a wider audience, and I have to say a massive thank you to Dragonscale Card and Gaming for allowing us to be there as a part of their store and their tables. So thank you so much, guys, and thank you so much for your continued support. Link in the description below if you want to go to their page, and also pop in to see us if you're over here wanting to fight out with fighty robots. The other person I want to say a massive thank you to is Grant and the Hacker Battlebots guys. Phenomenal machines that they have, and the arena is really good. If you want to go to their events and learn a wee bit of more experience about building machines and having little bits of fun tournaments, they're doing a brand new thing where they're going to be doing showing you straight up from how to design in CAD all the way up to building your machine and fighting it out in a mini tournament. So their link to their Twitter for all their information will be in the link in the description below. But I also want to say a thank you to them as well, because they gifted me this big deadly blade, and also printed out this shell for me, which is now become our new antweight, which is Destructigator, which we're looking forward to seeing how well it does at the event here in Saturday. So this Saturday coming, we will be filming series episode 3 of Mecha Mayhem, and then after that we're going to take a little break, and then resume to the grand final of Series 1 of Mecha Mayhem. So be ready for that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching the video, and we hope to come back to QCon next year with more fun and exciting machines. So until then, we'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye everybody.